but I had to let everything go past so I can tell you guys the full breakdown of all the moves that happened today. I'm happy my Celtics got Evan Fournier. We got somebody that can come off the bench who's averaging 19.7 points. I'm going to round it up to 20 points per game with the Magic. And we needed that. We needed scoring off the bench, and that's exactly what we got. Is he going to take us to that next step to help us win a championship? Probably not, but we needed some scoring off of the bench. And I'm glad Danny Ainge finally got off his ass, made a move. We also traded Daniel Tice to Chicago for Mo Wagner, and we traded Jeff Teague and Javante Green. We have now 14 people on our roster, so we're going to be looking in the buyout market. Andre Drummond, he just by the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're working on that. LaMarcus Aldridge, he just got bought out by the San Antonio Spurs. So the buyout market is going to be looking crazy. And if Otto Porter Jr., if he gets bought out by the Orlando Magic, I heard that the Celtics are also interested in him. So it's going to be a fun buyout market scene when it comes to those players that could be bought out and they will be bought out and see where they go. But I heard LaMarcus Aldridge, he is the favorite to go to the Miami Heat, but he's going to give other teams a chance to see if they can use his skills or not. But ultimately, his final decision is going to be um, I'm going to just say I think it's going to be Miami. I think Pat Riley he's going to end up getting him. Oladipo, you guys saw the thumbnail. He's headed from Houston to Miami. They pulled it off. They couldn't get Kyle Lowry. Toronto, they decided to stick with Kyle Lowry because the Lakers they didn't want to add Taylor Horton Tucker, and I don't know why. Like LeBron gassed him up so much to the point where the Lakers think he's the next goddamn All Star or superstar. He's not all that good. You didn't want to give up him for Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, his contract expires this summer. You didn't want to give up um, him for Kyle Lowry. Okay, I guess. And Miami, they didn't want to give up Tyler Hero for Kyle Lowry, so they decided to stick with Tyler Hero and duck him. But they added Oladipo for basically nothing. Basically, they got him for free. All they traded was Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk, and it's going to be a draft swap. So they basically got him for free, basically. And Oladipo, I think he's going to fit well in that Heat culture. Some people say, "Oh, he's a singer. He's too soft. He doesn't have that mentality to fit with Miami." I think that's complete bullshit. I think it's going to work out. You got him, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, new big three in Miami. You still got Tyler Hero. You still got Duncan Robinson. You didn't have to give up either one of those guys to get Oladipo. That's very impressive. Pat Riley continue to do his wizardry and continue to dominate when it comes to making moves, whether that's free agency or the trade deadline. What else? Aaron Gordon. He went to the Denver Nuggets along with Gary Clark for RJ Hampton and Gary Harris. So Denver, they're trying to take that next step to win the championship, and adding Aaron Gordon is going to help them. He can defend and he can score. And like I said, you add him with that Denver Nuggets team, they're trying to get to that next level and win a championship. So yeah, you got that. What else happened? Norman Powell, he went from the Raptors to the Blazers. I like that move. Gary Trent Jr. And Rodney Hood, they're going to be going to Toronto. Norman Powell, I like him better with Portland. He's had a phenomenal year with Toronto while guys have been out due to COVID, while guys have been out due to injury. He stepped up and he has been playing very well. I really like his game. I think he's an improvement over Gary Trent Jr. They both can defend, but I think Norman Powell is a better scorer. So you add him with CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard, and they're getting Nurkic back Friday. Nurkic is coming back off injury, so he's going to be back Friday. You still got Ennis Canner. You still got Robert Covington. You still got Carmelo Anthony, Melo. That Portland team, they're going to be making a run in the West. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Ronnie, what's good, man? Yeah, I just talked about Evan Fournier. Like I said, I'm happy my Celtics got him. I'm glad Danny Ainge wasn't sitting on his ass at the deadline. He made some moves happen, and I believe we're going to be looking at that buyout market. We're going to get somebody else because we only have 14 people on the roster right now, the trades that we made. So we have an open roster spot, but you get a guy that can score coming off of the bench. That's what we need. So Evan Fournier, I believe, is going to help the Celtics. Are we going to win the championship? Who knows? But he's going to help us scoring off the bench, and that's what we need. So yeah, I like Evan Fournier coming to the Celtics. I'm trying to think what other trades happened today. Um, my mind is just everywhere right now because so many moves were made. Oh, damn, the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls. They got Vucevic. I wanted Vucevic, and they gave up two first round draft picks for Vucevic. And Orlando is going to help them because they just traded away all their guys. Gordon is gone, Fournier is gone, and Vucevic is gone. Terrence Ross is one of the last few guys standing on that roster that's been there long term over the past few years. And he made a tweet saying he's the captain now. So basically, he's the man in Orlando right now. But yeah, and they traded Vucevic to the Bulls for Otto Porter Jr. and big man Wendell Carter Jr., who just hasn't panned out. Seventh overall draft pick from years ago. He's just he's honestly not that good. He's a 7 foot guy. He doesn't average 10 rebounds a game. Um, I just don't know. I don't know. Chicago, I don't know. They kind of made a bust with that trade. I mean with that draft pick. But yeah, I forgot all about that. Big Vucevic, man. He's going to Chicago, but they're most likely going to probably be in the lottery again. Will they be in the playoffs? They're a half game out. If they're in the lottery again, those two first round draft picks that they got from Chicago, one of them this year could be a lottery pick, and that's pretty damn good because Orlando, they're basically starting over. That team is depleted. They don't really have anybody over there. They're basically goddamn depleted right now. And yeah, this NBA trade deadline, it it panned out. It was pretty good. I didn't think honestly a lot of things would happen, but a ton of things happened. And I'm happy as of right now. The Lakers they didn't do shit. They didn't do a damn thing, but they can still do something on the buyout market. But they didn't trade for anybody, and I'm glad nobody made a trade with them because I don't want to see the Lakers improve and try to repeat and win a championship. And Philly, they got George Hill from Oklahoma City. They got them a guard. Um, eh, that's okay. It's not really a game changer, whatever. They wanted Kyle Lowry, but Philly, they just couldn't get it done. They couldn't get the Kyle Lowry trade done. Kyle Lowry staying put in Toronto. Um, I wonder how it feels for these NBA players. You hear your name in the rumors. You're on the verge of being traded, then you don't get traded. How do they feel going back to that locker room, going back to that team? And it's like, damn, like I almost got traded today. Like, how do I go back to playing and stay focused on trying to win a championship and trying to win games with this team that wanted to give up on me? But Kyle Lowry, he's a Toronto Raptor legend. He's one of the greatest Toronto Raptors of all time. And he's staying put, so I'm sure Toronto Raptors fans are happy about that. But like I said, a lot has happened today. CBA trade deadline was massive. So many teams made moves. So many teams, um, upgraded their team. JJ Redick, another guy I forgot about. He's headed to the Dallas Mavericks. And Trey Lyles, he's headed from San Antonio to the Dallas Mavericks. So Dallas, they're trying to improve off the bench and get some scoring going with JJ Redick, who can still shoot. You know, things just didn't work out with the Pelicans. Honestly, when he signed there a few years back, I don't think that was a great move. Um, it is what it is. I just don't think that ever worked out. But maybe he can rekindle that fire in Dallas and come off the bench and be a lights out scorer like we know he could. Oh, how can I forget about this? The Clippers got a point guard. The Clippers got a goddamn point guard. Finally, it's about time. They have themselves a point guard. They got Rajon Rondo from the Atlanta Hawks. And Lemon Pepper Lou, he's going back home to Atlanta. Yes, they traded Rajon Rondo to the Clippers for Lou Williams. And Lou Williams, you know, he struggled this year. He's had his ups and downs. He hasn't been that guy that we know he can be coming off the bench scoring 16 points per game. But the Clippers finally get their point guard, Rajon Rondo. I like it, floor general. He's going to have that team on his tippy toes. He's going to have that team 10 toes. They're going to be ready. They're going to be focused. He's a great passer. You're not going to need him to score. Just be a floor general and run the offense. And that's exactly what the Clippers needed. So they don't have to worry about Patrick Beverly starting anymore. They can start Rajon Rondo, Reggie Jackson, Kawhi, Paul George, Zubac. That could be the starting five. I don't know what the starting five is going to be, but they don't have to worry about Patrick Beverly being their starting point guard anymore when they have Rajon Rondo. And it's going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens with the buyout market. It's going to be a ton of people, tons of people um, interested in these players. See what happens. Hopefully, the Lakers don't get anybody. I'm hearing Drummond is the favorite to go to the Lakers. I'm praying that that doesn't happen. Um, Hell, he could do a whole swerve and not go to the Lakers or Brooklyn. He could come to Boston. I was kind of hoping the Cavaliers would buy out Kevin Love as well, but they didn't because the Celtics can use a stretch four. You know, they can shoot. We need a big that can shoot and they can stretch the floor. But we'll see what happens in the buyout market. I hope you guys can hear me. I got these headphones on. Um, Ronnie, are you still in the chat? Ronnie, type in the chat if you're still here. Tell me if you can hear me or not. Um, yeah, once again, this NBA trade deadline. Uh, it's been great. Great day. I'm glad I came to you guys with this video. I wasn't gonna upload the video. I made sure I came live to talk about everything that happened. I feel like I'm forgetting some things. I don't know, but if I am, I'll leave that in the description below. Um, but yeah, as of right now, I'm gonna head out. Okay, cool, Ronnie, cool. I just had to make sure because sometimes when I have these headphones in, the audio doesn't kick in. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Um, I had to come and talk about these moves that happened, some big moves, still moves to come as far as the buyout market. I might be up here again. Wherever Drummond goes, I'm gonna be back for another video. Wherever Otto Porter Jr., Lamarcus Aldridge, those guys go, I'll be back. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out. God bless. Have a nice day.